And welcome back to Gary Grigsby War. Welcome back. Murder here. We are playing with the Germans, the Grand Campaign, attacking the Soviet Union today in Friday evening instead of partying hard in some crazy club in the city center. I'm providing you with top-notch War in the East gameplay. So bear with me, we have 36, 1941, and I will be doing Army Group South today. But before I do any moves, I would like to tell you one thing. I decided to play a multiplayer game as the Soviets, because I've never ever played as the Soviets. And playing against the AIs makes no such sense. I was planning to do this after we finish this campaign here versus the AI, mainly because of the version. It's 1.8.7, it's an old version, and the multiplayer games are played on the new version, which is 1.9, or even newer version, that is 1.10 beta. But I thought, hell, why not? And I've installed a second instance of War in the East, this time with a newer version. So my game, my game offer is set on the server, and I'm waiting for an opponent that would like to face me. As I said, it will be my first ever game as the Soviets. So I don't feel particularly strong or confident, because the Soviet side is much different than the German. The Germans have only is a maybe not the appropriate word here, but the German player only controls the army, so it controls the military. It controls units. It moves. He moves units here and there. Develops plans to where and when to utilize the forces. But he has no, so to say, no decisions. He makes no decisions regarding the industry and the army composition. But the Soviet side's much different. The Soviet player not only moves armies, units, and so on, but also designs the whole country. Well, the Soviet Union during the war was one big organism designed to wage war. So all the industry, all the political and administrative things were served only one purpose: to wage the war. And it is reflected here in the game, because the Soviet player has also to create units, create new formations, create support units, to juggle them in and out of the front lines, provide reserves, and also takes care about the industry, has to defend and evacuate all the industrial sites of the country that are threatened by the Germans, and does way more on the administrative side of things. Has to think about the fortification levels, also administrate the army, because on the German side we just change the leader of this and that corps. We switch a division from one to another if such a situation or such a need arises. But the Soviets, you have to design all your fighting formation from the scratch, or even worse, from the semi-destroyed state and state of utter chaos during the German onslaught in the first terms. So you get mixed up formations that are consisting of units that should be somewhere else, led by someone else, and doing something completely different that they are doing now. And you have to organize them on the run. And also there is the part of air war, so Air Force management, that we were not delving into because it's not really needed for the game against the AI, and also saves us some tracks. We could do this, but we'll probably do something when we get close to Leningrad and the railroad gets close to Leningrad. So I will show you something what to do with the planes. But the Germans cannot do much with the planes, so they just orchestrate some bombing runs or fighter missions and so on. But the Soviets, besides also orchestrating the bombing runs, fighter sweeps and so on, they also tend to production of the planes, swapping them in squadrons, swapping the squadrons away and into particular air bases, also keeping control of the air bases, what type of planes that they host, so fighters, fighter bombers, tactical bombers, some dive bombers, and so on. Keeping track of the experience of the squadron, so if they get depleted, for example, you have to move them out into the National Reserve and then bring some fresh units back, but with lower experience and outdated planes, and so on. There's way more to do. Way more to do as the Soviet player, and it cannot be shown really against the AI. So I decided to just jump in the multiplayer game. And if anybody of you who watches my series want to play against me, here you have an occasion. And if you want to copy my moves as the Germans against me as the Soviets, then feel free to take the game, take the challenge. I invite you to do such a thing. I won't be putting the thing on YouTube because I want to finish this one, and also I don't want when I move. No, it's a bit different. When I play and when I show you the gameplay, I would like this gameplay to be competent. So I don't want to show you some major blunders, but I show you some small blunders that I make anyways. I've made a lot of micro mistakes in my games, but I don't want to show you and teach you bad things, so bad habits and wrong decisions, and not explain why these decisions were wrong. So when I will be playing Soviets, I will probably do do something or forget to do something very important. And I don't want to teach you a bad gameplay. So I won't be showing the first game publicly. But if you ever play against me, you can roast me and my bad decisions. You can roast me, for example, in the comment sections of these videos on the German side. So if you want to make fun of me, no problem. Yeah, but after the first Soviet game, there will be probably a second one following if I get anywhere nearly competent and I don't get obliterated by the amount of clicks, amount of micromanagement and macro management involved in the Soviet side. If I liked it, if I like how does the Soviet play, I will show the second game actually on YouTube. I will probably make also some mistakes, but I could explain which mistakes there are. No, I could explain when did I make the mistakes and how you could do better. because I will be understanding the game a bit better. So if you feel bold, if you feel that I taught you well when you watch this this game, this campaign, feel free to challenge me. That game that I've put on, it's on the latest official version, so 1.9.0. But if you really think that we should play on a different version, for example, on the beta version, I'm open to negotiations, and I could probably agree to a different version. Okay. So let's do the moves. The south is quite boring, actually, when I've taken a look at it, because all we have to do is move our infantry around. There are no more interesting operations. Here we can see that the enemy has abandoned Lvov, or did I capture it last time? Maybe, I don't remember. So yeah, we clear up the enemies around. These were depleted units, only one combat value, so I used the Slovakian division. We could try to maybe assault this formation from both sides, but it failed. Okay, failed. Right, so we have one more division. I could deal with. Let's see how does this combat go. Here is his level 2 fortification, and it didn't go very well. Let's try again, maybe. No. No, we have to wait. We have to wait. We could maybe. I don't know what we could do. We could well deal with this this division. So we have. This side freed up. I can join with my security division to clear some more units. I cannot do direct attack, so there's not even a chance of success. Maybe if I team up both formations. There's level 2 of fortification, so I'm not. Well, I was very close. I wasn't an optimist before, but with the second attack, only one level 1 fortifications, and we succeed. I could probably move over the river, so the next turn I can attack without the river penalty. The river penalty is that the attack value is halved, so it's really important not to attack over the river. And here you can see the Hungarian Mountain Brigade. It has really high combat value. Why? Because it's Mountain Brigade and it's in mountains, so it gets combat value. What I disagree is that it shouldn't get the combat value when it's attacking into the non-mountains. And if it's defending inside the mountains, then it should retain this higher combat value. Because if I move away, you see my combat value gets really low. But in mountains, it's really high. But the combat took place probably in this forest here. So why such a high value? We have here 3 brigades of Romanians. Let's try to siege the city. Okay. We did good. It didn't surrender. So I didn't know it. So they actually move the hex back and then surrender. It might explain why why our HQ was displaced last turn. If you remember, in the army group center, we had one HQ that was displaced because the enemy formation actually retreated and then surrendered. So retreated, displaced our HQ that was standing next to the hex, and then it surrendered. So it's strange. I don't know if I agree with this game mechanic. Well, it's what is this? I've made a mistake there. As I was talking about the mistakes, I made a mistake and wait for it a bit. If our motorized brigades, I'll probably go a bit to the south, because here we have our railhead. So we keep close to the railhead and have a chance of getting some fuel. And now a decision. Do we go south to Odessa and then north to Dnipropetrovsk or to Zaporozhye? Or do we go north to Kirovograd and then to Dnipropetrovsk? Well, the solution to this problem is quite easy, I think. We go north to Kirovograd and then to Dnipropetrovsk, because Odessa is still in Soviet hands and I don't know how quickly will it fall. And also, most of our units in the north is suffering from low supplies, so it's actually quite beneficial to go a bit to the north. Have you seen it? I had 4 movement points. I pressed rail repair that costs 3 movement points, and now I have 0 movement points. That's interesting. It's probably due to, I don't know, rounding of the values, but do movement points get rounded? Because it was clear terrain everywhere, so movement costs 1 and repair costs 3 points. So why it got rounded? I'm baffled a bit. Okay. Fortunately, it doesn't affect our capabilities to repair railroads. Let's see. 14 in Odessa. So we have a chance to actually conquer it. Let's use 4 divisions. Why not? Let's use 4 divisions. Let's put the HQs closer. And let's siege up. Well done! Odessa in Romanian hands, although the Soviets have escaped. The Soviets have escaped! No chance in capturing the city itself. Maybe we have captured, but garrisoning it. But the Soviets cannot do much about it. Okay, let's move to Romanians. Here in the south we have small conundrum, because our enemy has actually escaped, and that is not very good. How far can we go? Okay. I will use the Romanians to provide maybe some cover from the west, and something from the east. Let's move up. We We have some infantry here, so let's hopefully block it for good. But yeah, some more infantry movement. I could even destroy, hopefully, this brigade. Yeah. Okay. Have some more infantry here. We'll just move it east. Our aim. I don't remember actually what I've stated in the first video of this series. Did I aim for Stalino for this game to be considered well, my main objective in the south, or did I actually aim for Stalingrad? It's a question. I probably said Stalino, but we could well capture Stalingrad. We have a lot of time to the actual winter. Okay, what do we do with the drunken sailor? No, what do we do with our mobile course? This course has no movement points and cannot do HQ build-up, probably. Let me try to see maybe if I go a bit. No. Oh, so we stay put. Okay. This core, we have 4 units. This one and 2 units in this one. This core has actually some movement points, so we could drive a bit. Plus 49, so we can drive quite far. Let's check how does the situation look in the Crimea Pass. There's some tough opponents. I don't want to storm it. We'll send the Romanians in, probably. Let's capture some new territory. Maybe here. There's some HP. Yeah, we are in the yellow. I would like to transfer 1 unit to this core. Maybe this Leibstandarte Adolf Hitler. So it's 3rd Panzer Corps, because this one has 4, this one has 2, and it's not beneficial, I think. So it's 3rd Panzer Corps. Okay. Yeah, and we could maybe do HQ build-up. Okay. How many supply units do you have? Jesus Christ. Maybe come back a bit. We should be able to do the build-up. Do the build-up. 3 units. Okay. And we have 1 more unit that can drive somewhere. Let's put it maybe here, somewhere-ish here. So we could bring the HQ. We can bring the airfield around maybe, so we could transport some fuel to this core. Let's put the HQ maybe as well. I have 1 more infantry division. Let's threaten Zaporozhye a bit. 1 division, 2 regiments inside. I could move the cavalry out, but maybe better not risk it and not risk losing it. We have some cav here. 1 division, Romanian. Let's put some HQ. You see the the southern part of the game turned. It was exciting. It was very exciting at the beginning, and now it's a bit, well, lackluster because you just move infantry forward, and not much more is happening because the enemy has no forces here. Basically, it's withdrawn, but it didn't really withdraw. It's just not sending here any reinforcements. We have here Romanian mobile formations. Can you capture Poltava? No. Let's move the infantry first, and we'll see where to put these formations. Let's get rid of the or not, maybe later. Alligator, using the ribbit attack to be just sure. I have one core here, so we can now take pay attention to our core, so they move close together. Like fan-like formation. Some units north a bit, to the north, divisions here, so we could maybe use them as a flanking force around this division. No, we didn't break the. Now we break the continuity of enemy hexes. Where is your HQ though? You have only you are the the unluckiest division that. If maybe I will undo the move and do the attacks here. I should probably do it earlier because, well, why not? We try. Okay. And let's try the enemy here. Mediocre. Okay, some security regiments. Let's put one in Skurov and one in Tarnopol. Okay, and now this. Okay, we're done. Do we try to? Oh my god! Oh my god! I cannot do that attacks. Let's do maybe one hasty attack and then the ribbit attack. No, a hasty attack is enough. The hasty attack is enough. I could go here and do another hasty attack. Okay, so retreat. But if they retreat, they lose the fortification bonus, and also they gain some because they retreated from clear terrain to forest. And also they burn some supplies moving, probably. Hopefully. Can do one more hasty attack. No. because they are in forest. Now the defense is too high. Okay. So my cleanup forces get stripped from the command bonus and some support units. Too bad. We don't like you. We don't like you. Okay. Now let's do some attacks in this pocket. Maybe reduce it as much as we can. So the risk of being... Is there a unit? Probably. Is there a unit here? Okay. The risk of they probably retreat into this hex. Or maybe not, because it's over the river. Or they just not retreat at all. Okay. There is a army command somewhere beside it. Yeah. So they retreat anyways. Okay. I would like to be sure that this division is dealt with, so we reduce the the probability of the pockets being reopened next turn. We have this division is in this core, so it should be probably up there. Yeah, something like this. We have this division, and probably two of these divisions. So we move them up. 63 tons of fuel, Jesus. Why our tanks did not secure it? 31. Those airfields get a lot of fuel. Can we encircle this cavalry division? Not really. But we can go further north and create more of a front line. Joining up with the army group center. Here is this displaced HQ that I was talking about that got bumped. These strange mechanics of retreat and then surrender. Here we have one formation here in the south, but in the south we have already plenty of divisions, so we will move them a bit to the north. Can we actually surround this? Maybe? Maybe. My voice starts to crack. Probably can hear it. Yeah, but this cavalry division, the cavalry divisions, they either ignore zone of controls or have reduced effect of zone of controls, and they can move really far regardless, so they probably go away. Or not, the AI is unpredictable. We have one more mobile division, but mobile brigade, yeah, I will leave it as it is. I could maybe steal some fuel with this brigade, but it has no movement. Okay. Yeah. So now the mobile core. I could send it south, maybe. I could occupy near Propietrosk, so I'll be happy to move the brigade out. We put the division in, brigade out, division in. Yeah. Let's keep the core together. I could even put the cavalry core inside. Okay. Keep the mobile formation together. Yeah. And even this brigade is the part of the core, so it's finally reunited with its friends. They are together now. They are happy. Happy. Yeah. Uh, yeah, about Odessa. About Odessa. I've read somewhere, I'm not really sure how it was, I'm not 100% sure. The Romanian army bled itself storming Odessa, if I recall correctly, and if the article I read was correct. The Romanian army bled itself. The Romanian army was a potent formation at the start of the war in 1941, and but its offensive capabilities were destroyed after they stormed Odessa, and later in the war, the Romanian army never recovered. Well, the German army was also very capable at the start of the war, but then after some defeats, was not able to recover. Romanians probably worked the same way, but on a smaller scale. The Romania was not as industrially advanced as Germany or other countries. So the Romanian forces did not recover after Odessa, and it's their bad reputation. HQ. Their bad reputation being not proficient enough comparing to the Germans, but it was not really their fault. They spent the capabilities and they couldn't well, this HQ cannot move. And they couldn't keep up with the Soviets. Well, no one could, including the Germans. And yeah, they're treated very unfairly. What I've heard, but I'm not sure. There's not much of the literature available in Poland regarding this topic. I could. I will say reinforcements. I will send it to the Army Group Center. The Army Group Center. But I'm pretty sure one of my viewers is Romanian, and if you do have any information regarding, please post. Please post a comment. Now I'm thinking about, did I talk about it in some of my previous videos? I might have talked about it. If that's the case, I'm sorry. If that's not the case, please provide some info if you have any. I'm wondering if I can actually end the turn in this video, but we have 30 admin points to spend, and I'm over the over the 30 minutes quite considerably. So I'll probably do this in the next video. I'm quite let's do this. Let's do it this time. We'll spend the admin points in the next video. Probably. There was one thing I should have done. These formations to 51st Corps. Actually, 4 of these, and one could go to another corps, maybe this one, 38th. So you go to the 38th. When we switch the commander from one, what I'm doing, I'm trying to talk and do at the same time. It doesn't work. When the unit is attached to the Oberkommando des Heeres, so the headquarters, yeah, general headquarters. Then if you transfer it to another headquarters, you spend always 0 admin points. Yeah, and then this corps to which army? To the 16th army. How to decide? It's 16th army or to 18th army? There's a report somewhere. Commander support. You can find it's probably leaders, no, HQs. HQs. Let's search the army. 16, 18, and here we can see combat capacity. Sorry. So it has a bit more command capacity, this 18th army. So that will go into negatives, but okay. So 18th army, 18th army, 18th army. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wanted to do. Also, yeah, also fuel flying. Yeah, so let's leave it for the next episode. This one, no division. Yeah, let's leave it for the next episode. Okay, and yeah, I will think what to do with all those admin points, and we'll end the turn. I will do probably things and some maybe Leningrad also. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. I did quite a few videos this week. I'm having quite nice of a tempo, so hopefully it won't go away in the future. Bye!